Hello everyone, Catweazle here. Welcome to the only channel on the internet not doing a Fallout playthrough. Only kidding, only kidding. There's some great playthroughs of Fallout. I don't know if you've seen them, but quite a lot of the tube tablers are doing them. I think Rolling Solo's done it, One Stop Co-op Shop. Doug's definitely doing it. He's doing a great job. So check those out. It does look a very, very good game. I used to play the video game back in the day, but I couldn't help noticing. I thought, blimey, it's another Fallout playthrough. But yeah, well, it's a new game, isn't it? Oh, somebody else who's also doing it is yet another board game channel. They're also doing a Fallout playthrough. So check those out. It does look an extremely good game. I shall have to keep my eyes out for that one in the new year. Okay, anyway, welcome to the channel and welcome to our playthrough of Arkham Horror and the end of everything. All in for Christmas. Yes, all of the expansion boards, 8 investigators, virtually every card in the game. We are going for it. And the game is fighting back. We've just had a massive monster surge. And from virtually no monsters on the board, we have the terror track go up. So I have a feeling we are going to fail a couple of personal stories. We've already failed one. I can see a few more coming along, particularly I think it's for Jackie, Jim and Leo. I really don't think we are going to get the allies to complete their personal stories, unfortunately. So we're in a bit of a pickle that way. Just some things before we start the next episode. And first of all, a couple of mistakes. I couldn't keep it going. I'm blaming the man flu that I've had. But yes, I made a couple of fairly big errors last turn, but we can fix them. So first of all was the terror track, and no, not the terror track. First of all, it's the outskirts. We ended up putting the cultist and the buyer key into the outskirts. We shouldn't have done that. The buyer key that came out first triggers the outskirts to be emptied, so that should have gone into the bag with the other two. So the only one that's actually in the outskirts is the cultist. So we'll keep the cultist there and we will put the buyer key back into the bag. Secondly, because the terror track did go up, we obviously have to get rid of an ally, which is going to make it even harder for us to achieve those ally personal stories. I think Jackie and Leo have got ally personal stories. So that's pretty bad. So one of them is going to leave. So we'll find out which one. Young Zoog doesn't leave. As I said, he's a bit of a special case, but you know, it's virtually no chance of Young Zoog coming out. There's just a few encounters where he comes out. So who's leaving? Duke? Well, that's great, innit, Duke? I didn't think you'd be the one to like mosey off on us. But Duke the dog, the amount of times I've bent over backwards to keep you alive, and you've like done one on us. So we discard Duke. He's fled Arkham. In fact, he's probably a pretty sensible dog, to be honest. So he's gone. Other than that, we did have a monster surge, as I said, which prevented opening a gate. That doesn't actually promote a Deep One Rising track token. The only way you get a Deep One Rising track token is if a gate doesn't open, but only if that's due to an investigator's ability or a gate seal. Otherwise, monster surges don't count, so that's okay. So thankfully that one went in our favour. So there is no token on the Deep One Rising track. So I think that is it for all the corrections from last turn. And yes, so we're in a bit of a pickle with all these monsters, so we're going to have to sort something out. But enough of that. Let's just get on with the turn. And in order to do that, we need to move on to the upkeep phase. And here we are at the upkeep phase with Wilson. Let's straighten that up. Okay, what are we going to do with Wilson? Well, first of all, we are going to move his speed down. I've had it a little bit too high, to be honest. We'll move it right down to speed 1 and sneak 5. Now, one of the main reasons why I'm doing this is hopefully we will get him back into Innsmouth town proper and off Devil Reef and your hat and fly. Once he's there, soon enough, the doom track is going to hit 7. That's halfway for Azathoth, and that means martial law is going to be called in Innsmouth, and then we'll be having to do things like make evade checks. So let's get his sneak right up to 5. He does have a motorcycle, so he should be able to get around pretty well. But the last thing we want is somebody ending up in Innsmouth jail. So let's give him the best chance possible. So he's not going to move from Devil Reef. Hopefully we'll be able to get him off there, and then he can do his job in Innsmouth, which is basically keeping monsters out of vortexes. If he does happen to go back to Devil Reef or your hat and fly again, you know, there might be a gate, there might be, you know, a monster might come out there, then, you know, we're just going to have to do that. So, but as it stands, let's get him back into Innsmouth and he can carry on doing what he is doing. Right, so that is it for Wilson Richards. Next up is Jim Culver. And here we are with Jim. So, we're not going to... Are we going to move Jim? No, we're not going to move any of his sliders. We'll keep them as they are. Now, I did consider sending him down to South Church and blessing somebody. He does have, obviously, a gate trophy. And I was basically wondering, should he bless, like, Bob, and then Bob go on some sort of, like, killing rampage? But unfortunately, Bob has only got a carbine, and he has the Sword of Yahatala, but both of those are, like, single use per round. So he could only kill 2 monsters, and then it's his bare hands, and those monsters are much too nasty. So what we'll do is we'll give it a couple of turns, I think. Let's give the game a chance to move a couple of those monsters out of the way. So long as we get the Woods Gate with perhaps a single monster or at most 2 monsters on it, then I think we could bless Bob and send Bob in there all guns blazing. And you never know, we may, what we are sort of counting on here is we don't get another monster surge, but if we get another monster surge, well, you know, what can you do? We're going to gamble that we don't get a monster surge. Hopefully we'll get an easier gate opening, which brings me on to my next point. We only have a single monster before we trip over again, because it will go into the outskirts. So I'd rather not the terror level go up, and I'd rather not get a load of monsters on any new gate that we get. Now, I've figured out a way where we'll only get a single monster on a gate that we get. We just need to kill 1 monster that is currently in Arkham. That way, we have 1 monster that will go to whatever gate comes out, assuming a gate does come out, and the second monster will go into the outskirts. Again, another sort of assumption I'm making here is the gate will open in Arkham. It might not. It might open in Dunwich, it might open in Innsmouth, in which case that doesn't really affect us anyway as far as the monster limit goes, because they don't count towards the monster limit. But if we do get a gate in Arkham, then I don't want it to have 2 monsters on it. If it only has a single monster on it, that gives Bob, or perhaps it'll give George, because George has got 4 clues, a chance to get in there and actually either sneak past whatever the monster is or kill it, get in and try and close and seal it. So what we'll do with Jim is we'll send Jim to East Town, because there's a maniac in East Town, and maniacs are quite easy to kill. So, I mean, it's got 2 toughness because it's an Azathoth sort of monster, but I think with he's got his crowbar, hasn't he? Hopefully he will be able to kill it. So, +2 to combat checks. He's got a fight of 3. I don't think you have to make a will check, so that's fine. So he'll have 5 dice to get 2 successes. Hopefully he'll be able to do it. And, should we do summon the beast within? You may cast an exhaust to take an inner beast special card. I think this turns you into sort of werewolfy sort of thing. Let's just check the beast within. The inner beast card. It's over here. I did check it a couple of turns ago, so it's on the top. We lose -2 sanity, but he's got 6 sanity. And you get +2 to combat checks. So what exactly have we got to do? A casting modifier of -2. His law's 4. And the sanity cost is 0. So let's give it a go. let's turn Jim into a beast if we can. So we've got to roll 2 dice, see if we can do it. And we get a success. So it doesn't cost him a well, it does cost him a sanity. It costs him 2, doesn't it? We get an extra movement point as well. So it's -2 at maximum sanity. So he goes down to 4 sanity now. So we'll get rid of those. But yes, he's an inner beast. So we'll put him there. That'll give him +2. So +2, 4. Yes, he'll be rolling 7 dice. Hopefully we'll get 2 successes and kill the maniac. And that will help our plan. So, good stuff. I'll just turn that round so I know I've actually casted that. And anything else? Not at the moment, no. So what we will look to do though is in the future we'll look to use this specifically to actually bless somebody, but I want to make sure that we do it at the right time. If we bless Bob now and we don't have him shutting a gate, then there's a chance that later on we won't, you know, we'll roll for his blessing and he'll lose it. So ideally I'd like to bless somebody just as they go in a gate. We don't have to do it with Leo because Leo's got the Seeker of the Yellow Sign, but later on when somebody goes in, let's get them blessed. Okay, so that's a lot of exposition for Jim, but yes, that's what we'll do. Okay, so that's it for Jim, and next up is Leo Anderson. And here we are with Leo. What we're going to do with Leo, well, first of all, we've got to refresh survivors, so we'll do that. And we are going to change one of his sliders. I'm going to change Law and Luck, because we couldn't do this last turn. The main reason for that was we needed to change his sliders in order to put his sneak up, because we need to get past those monsters. So what we will do now is we'll use those 2 focus and actually put his Law and Luck to 1 and 4, because during the Otherworld encounter phase we saw how important luck is. That is why he ended up losing 3 sanity, because the Abyss is a horrible place. We'll move into the second part of the Abyss. We will manage to avoid what happened the last time, and then he will be ready to come out and to shut that gate at Independence Square. We really need to shut that gate and seal it at Independence Square. If we do, and we should do, remember we've got the Seeker of the Yellow Sign, then there are a couple of monster symbols on there which will be very, very pleased to get rid of. I think we'll be able to get rid of, what is it? I think there's hexagons, and there are, what's the other one? It's hexagons and pluses. There are no plus monsters, but there are some hexagons that we can get rid of. I think a flying polyp and the goat spawn, and that will just help out immensely to get rid of those. So we'll set him up as well as we can. We hope that he doesn't get lost in time and space or devoured or anything, and hopefully we'll be able to shut that gate next turn. Right, that is it for Leo. Next up is Tony Morgan. And here we are with Tony. Now Tony's in Church Green. What he's going to do is he's going to head up to Falcon Point. He's going to spend $2 and he's going to get Wilson off Devil Reef. Bring him back to Falcon Point. As I say, we're going to keep Wilson in Innsmouth. Then hopefully the turn after that we can get Tony the hell out of town, because his sneak is rubbish. And so long as he doesn't stop anywhere in Innsmouth, I think he should be able to get to Joe Sargent's bus service, get on the bus and get the hell out of there, man. We might send him down to Kingsport and he can run around Kingsport for a bit. We've got a rift token there. We'll probably have 2 or 3 by the time he gets to Kingsport, so he'll probably have to run around to prevent a rift opening. So that's it for Tony. And who's next? It is George Barnaby. And here we are with George. So first of all, let's refresh his relationship card, which is Fellow Travellers. And that's ready to go again. And what else? Obviously, he's got his retainer. But what we'll do is we'll take $3 and give him a 5. There we go. Let's keep it nice and neat. So he's up to $11. Now he's got... Oh, obviously we've got a roll for the retainer, so let's do that. And he gets a 4, so that's fine, he keeps that. And what next? He's got 4 clues, which is very important. Let's get him up to 5 clues, then he can shut a gate. He's quite sneaky, so if we do have to send poor old George into some pulsating portal to somewhere, then hopefully he'll be able to sneak his way into it. We need... Where's the only clue? I did scope this out before. The only clue in Arkham is at the science building, so we've got to get him to the science building. He's got a speed of 1. With fellow travellers, that'd be 2. Not quite enough. So we're going to have to move his speed up slightly. So we'll do that and we'll move it up to 2. So exhaust fellow travellers again. That will get him all the way to the science building. So then he gets his 5th clue and then he's ready to close a gate. Hopefully a gate will open this turn and it'll be nice and easy for him to actually get there. And with any luck, because of his personal story, it'll be guarded by a cultist, and then we will be laughing. I shouldn't say that actually. That'll happen. We'll get a cultist. Just been finger of power again. But yes, we can hope. He's still got the pentagram of blood. I couldn't figure a way to actually hand that off, but hopefully we'll be able to do that at some point. Anyway, that is it for George, I think. I don't think there's anything else. I think he's ready to rock and roll. So next up is Bob Jenkins. And here we are with Bob. So first things first, let's roll for his bank loan. Gets a 3, so he's still got to pay $1. Bummer. But he's got plenty now. He has got plenty. Righto, so there we go. He's got $21 left. Now we could pay the bank loan off, but I'm going to leave it. The reason I'm going to leave it is because obviously he's hit the jackpot. So once per turn during the upkeep phase, Bob may spend $3 to gain a clue token. Well, that's what he is going to do. Let's spend $3. So if we take one of those 5s and give him 2 change. There we are. And we'll give him an extra clue token that gives him 6. So that's excellent. So he's got 6 clues. Is there anything else? Yes. Unfortunately, you know, if I picked out some better monsters, he could, you know, blast his way into the woods, I suppose, and try and get in that gate. It's just a huge, huge shame about that Monster Surge last turn. It's just a Monster Surge. How many like unstable locations are there with 2, you know, expansion boards? Innsmouth and Dunwich that have unstable locations, and we get a Monster Surge. Oh, can't believe it. Anyway, right. So he can't really get in there. It's just too tough. So what's he going to do instead? Well, he's got loads of money. So he's going to head up to the general store and hopefully get himself a good weapon. Unfortunately, I left him with 2 weapons that are sort of 1 use per turn. So you exhaust them. So the golden sword of your Hatala, you exhaust it. The carbine rifle, you exhaust it. So you can only use it on 2 attacks. And obviously there was 4 monsters if you count the Moon Beast in Uptown between him and the Woodgate. So, never mind. If he can get up to the general store and perhaps buy a more normal weapon, and that'll help out. And he's basically just hanging around in case another gate comes up. If another gate comes out, if it's a Doddle gate, we'll send George in. If it's a gate with a tough monster, then we'll send Bob in. Hopefully it won't be as bad as the Woods Gate, and you know, he'll be able to like kick ass and get in there next turn. So just unfortunate. It's just the way we've got to play it, and we've got to cross our fingers and hope things go in our favour. Anyway, that is it for Bob, I think. So next up is Joe Diamond. And here we are with Joe. First of all, we will refresh his skill. So he's got credit rating back. Then we will roll for his bank loan again. Come on, Joe. He's rolled a 1 again. Rub it. We'll get rid of that die. Take that one out. So immediately we exhaust credit rating again. Okay, so what are we going to do with Joe? Let's get Joe's personal story sorted out. We'll get him down to the Silver Twilight Lodge. Then next upkeep, he can actually achieve that. He'll get rid of his gruesome talisman and pay 5 toughness. I think a Yithian and the Dark Druid will do it. 5 toughness of monsters, and we will do hard boiled. He can have a Silver Twilight encounter. So remember, he's got our vouch for my friend. So if he does get a Silver Twilight Lodge membership or something like that, Bob Jenkins will get it as well. So let's do that, shall we? Move his fight and will. Well, we're not getting rid of the gruesome talisman this turn, but once we do, I think we'll move his fight and will, because obviously he'll need some will cover then, because the gruesome talisman with +2 to horror checks is gone. This is pretty much the statuette that Carl Sanford is looking for, so we'll have to give that up. But yes, I think that is what we will do. Right, so that is it for Joe, and next up is our final player for this turn, who is Jacqueline Fine. And here we are with Jacqueline. What we're going to do with Jacqueline this turn, well, quite a bit, because we've got the Ruby of Relay now, which gives us 3 extra movement points. So what are we going to do? So she needs 3 movement points to get to either Gardener's Place or Devil's Hop Yard. Let's get a clue. Currently she has 7 movement points, but we only need 5 if we want to use Eltdown Shards. So what we'll do is we'll put a speed down by 1. The reason why I'm only putting it down by 1, you'll see in a second. So we'll put it down to 3. It'll give her a sneak. But I've got to save 1 because she's only got a focus of 2. And the reason why we're saving 1 is because what we want to do is push her lore up to 5, so it's up to its maximum. And the reason why we're putting it up to its maximum is we will have enough movement points to do Eltdown Shards. So exhaust, spend 2 movement points and make a lore -2 check. So got 3 dice to succeed at this. If we do, we lose 2 sanity, but we also take a doom token off the doom track. I want to stop the doom track going up because of the martial law in Innsmouth. So let's try and drag it back a little. And we may as well do it now while she has got, you know, a fair bit of sanity. We don't want to be doing it, you know, if she gets down to 3 or 4 sanity, then we're really pushing the envelope. So we will do it now. And yes, hopefully she'll pick up another clue as well. And what we're hoping with Jacqueline is she gets an ally. So, you know, if we have an ally encounter at Gardener's Place or Devil's Hop Yard, where she'll be going next, then hopefully she will actually pass hers. Oh no, she needs 2 allies. So, but yeah, let's see if we can get an ally though for her. Yes, her and Leo needing so many allies is a bit of a laugh. But let's see what we can do. Okay, so that is it for Jacqueline, I think. I don't think there's anything else. And that is it for the upkeep phase. So next up is the movement phase. And here we are at the movement phase with Wilson. And Wilson's not going to move anywhere. He is staying on Devil Reef. He is awaiting a charter boat. So that's it for Wilson. Next up is Jim Culver. And here we are with Jim. And Jim's going to go 1, 2 to East Town, where he's going to give the Maniac what for. So let's have a look. There is no horror check. He gets +1 to actually fight to his fight dice, so that's great. But he does have to hit it twice. It's 1 toughness on here, but because it's a Maniac, it actually worships Azathoth, so it gets an extra toughness. The terror level increase is at least 6. Well, it isn't, so we're okay there. So what we need are 2 successes. How many dice are we going to roll? Well, he's got 3 fight dice, +2 for his crowbar, plus another 2 for his inner beast. That is 7 plus 1 because it's a maniac. That is 8 dice. So let's get 8 dice. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's roll. And we get a 5 and a 6. What an awful roll that is with 8 dice. But we did get 2. So it is a monster trophy for Jim. I think he needs another 2 monster trophies. One of which has to be undead, and he has to do it before, I think it is a terror level thing. Yeah, he has to do it before the terror level reaches 4. So, oof. You'll have to get on killing stuff. We do get a stand back, so that's great. And that is it for Jim Culver. Next up is Leo Anderson. And here we are with Leo, and he's just going to go there. He's in the second part of the abyss. That's it for him. After Leo Anderson, it is Tony Morgan. And here we are with Tony. Tony's going to go 1, 2, 3 to Falcon Point, where he is going to spend $2. He will charter a boat, and Wilson comes back to Falcon Point. Remember, we're going to keep Wilson in Innsmouth. Now they're together, Wilson's going to pay his fare back, so he's going to give $2 back plus another $6. That will clean Wilson out, but as you recall, he's got the odd jobs ability, so he will be able to get money back pretty easily. So that is it for Tony Morgan. Next up after Tony, it is George Barnaby. And here we are with George. George is just going to go 1, 2, 3 to the science building, where he's going to pick up a clue. So he now has 5 clues. He can shut and seal a gate. Awesome. Okay, after George, it is Bob Jenkins. And here we are with Bob. He's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4 into the general store. So that's it for Bob's movement. After Bob, it is Joe Diamond. And here we are with Joe at a zany angle. He's going to go 1 to actually go past... Yes, he's going past Jim. Let's have a look if there's any reason to do any trading while we're about it. Yes, things look okay. We'll keep it as it is. No need to hand any money over or anything, I don't think. So Joe's going to carry on to Rivertown, then to French Hill, and then into the Silver Twilight Lodge. So that is it for Joe. Next up is Jackie Fine. And here we are with Jackie. First of all, she's going to use her Ruby of Relay, and she's going to go 1, 2, 3 to Gardener's Place, and she's going to pick up this clue. So that gives her 2 clues now for us to be able to manipulate the Mythos deck a bit. Then what we're going to do is we're going to exhaust Eltdown Shards. So let's zoom in, and I'll grab hold of the dice tower. And here we are zoomed in. So what we've got to do is we've got to do a law -2 check. A law, we pushed it up to 5, so she's going to get 3 dice. And we need a success. And we do not get a success. So it doesn't cost us anything, apart from the 2 movement points. So we'll have to try that again. We've got plenty of movement points, so we can pretty much try it each turn. So if you fail, nothing happens, so that's okay. Bit of a bummer, but never mind. Okay, so that is it for her. That is it for the movement phase. Next up is the Arkham encounter phase. And here we are at the Arkham encounter phase with Wilson, and he is going to do an odd job at Falcon Point. So that is it for him. Next up is Jim Culver. And here we are with Jim. It's going to be very quick for Jim. He's in a street location, so he will not have an Arkham encounter. Normally it'd be Leo now, but he's in another world. So let's get back to Innsmouth and Tony Morgan. And here we are with Tony. So we're going to need the green Innsmouth shore deck. And he is going to have a Falcon Point encounter. Don't think I've had a Falcon Point encounter before. So let's flick it over. What we got? A few shady figures are hanging out around the Falcon Point at night. pass a fight -1 check or lose all of your money. Oh no! We just give him a load of money. What's his fight? His fight's only 2 as well. Oh, so he's got 1 die. Oh, dearie me. Come on. A 5. Great, otherwise we wouldn't have been able to get him out of Innsmouth. Oh, that was close. But Catweazle's rolling his bat, thank goodness for that. So, if you fail the check, no, we didn't, so we're fine. So, we managed to get out of Falcon Point, okay. Whew. That was a close run thing. After, I think, what was it? Wilson had just given him $8. Right, oh, so there we go. That's it for Tony. Next up is George Barnaby. And here we are with George. He's in the science building, but he's got nothing to trade in, so he's just going to have an encounter. So that is the yellow Miskatonic University deck. Give it a quick shuffle and a quick cut, and we get science building. The staff is looking for exhausted or unhealthy subjects for medical experiments. If you are currently at less than your maximum stamina, you may choose to gain $3. You must then make, I don't think he's, let me just check. He is, it's only sanity. So it's only his sanity, so yeah, we don't get $3. But nothing bad happened, so that is okay. Right, that is it for George. Next up is Bob. And here we are with Bob. He is going to do the shopping part of this encounter because he's at the general store. And remember, he's a shrewd dealer. So he's actually going to get to look at 4 cards, not 3. So let's give him a quick shuffle and let's hope he finds something really funky. So quick shuffle and we get 4 cards. First one is newspaper assignment, a task, Arkham Asylum Witch House newspaper, gain 4 clue tokens and $5. And that is 0. But, you know, that is good for 4 clue tokens. I think we'll do that. Flare gun, movement, discard flare gun while in the street to move all monsters in the sky to your location. Well, though we do have a lot of flying monsters. Understudy script, tome, exhaust and spend 2 movement points to make a will -2 check. If you pass, draw 1 spell, gain 2 clue tokens and discard understudy script. If you fail, lose 1 sanity. Nope. And time bomb again, which might be useful for all those things in the woods, but we'd have to get there. I think Tan's pointed this out, it might have been useful with all these monsters about. But movement, you may place this card on your current Arkham location or street area with up to 3 clue tokens from the bank on it. And then it sort of ticks away, doesn't it? We've seen it before. I think it's just going to be a real pain, that. And we'd have to get to the actual location or try and guess where they're going to be. So we'll get rid of those 3. And we're actually going to buy, in the loosest sense of the term, because it's not going to cost us anything, this newspaper assignment for 4 clues, because we can give that to somebody and you get $5 as well, and it's only Arkham Asylum Witch House and newspaper, so surely we can do that. One of the other reasons why I really like this one, apart from the fact it's 4 clues, is we've got no clues anywhere. I think we've got 1 left at Devil's Hop Yard, that's it. So yes, let's take this, it don't cost anything anyway. So newspaper assignment goes to Bob. Where's Bob's player tray? Make sure I put it on Bob's player tray. And yes, that is it for Bob Jenkins. Always finds a bargain, does Bob. Righto, so that's it for Bob. Next up is Joe Diamond. And here we are with Joe. He's at the Silver Twilight Lodge. So let's put that here. And let's get the blue French Hill deck. There we are. Remember, he doesn't fulfill his personal story till the upkeep phase, so he'll have to hang around till next turn. What do we get? Silver Twilight Lodge. Carl Sanford has taken an interest in your possessions.
If you have a unique item, you may sell it for its list price. Well, we can't do that, otherwise we will not be able to fulfill our personal story. If you do not sell it, the lodge's henchman will try and take it by force. Pass a fight +1 check, or discard a unique item of your choice. Oh, we're going to have to do a fight +1. But it's quite thematic. He turns up, he's getting ready to turn it in, you know, and those monster trophies, and Carl Sanford tries it on with his heavies. So it's a fight +1. What's his fight? I think it's quite good. His fight is 5. Is it +1 or -1? +1. So 6. 6 dice. Yes. Come on, kick some ass. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fisticuffs, Joe. Fisticuffs. And he gets 2 successes. He kicks Carl Sanford's goons in the groin. Big style. So there we go. We've passed it. Woohoo! So you're not browbeating Joe, Mr. Sanford. He's come for his payment, and you are going to pay. Okay, that is it for Joe. And next up is Jacqueline Fine. And here we are with Jackie. She is at Gardener's Place, which is the purple blasted heath deck. So let's get that out and let's do some shuffling and cutting. So, Gardener's Place. Woohoo! A weathered man comes up to you as you approach the gardener's house, introducing himself as Amy Pierce. He tells you that it might be wise to stay clear of the house right now and asks if you might have anything that might help the family's strange affliction. If you discard 1 unique item, Amy joins you in gratitude. Well, we've got loads of unique items. Do we? I don't think we've got Amy though, have we? Oh, this would have helped as well. I was talking before about her getting an ally, but I don't think we've got Amy Pierce. No, we haven't. But what do we get otherwise? If it is not, remove 1 Dunwich horror token from the board. Well, yes, there is one on. And we will spend that. We've still got to spend a unique item. What will we spend? We will spend the Crystal of the Elder Things to get rid of that Dunwich horror token. You know, it only works with spells anyway. It's 1 sanity token onto it, but it's part of casting a spell. So, yeah, we'll get rid of that. I think it's worth it to get rid of that Dunwich horror token. So that didn't... we didn't do too bad there. I would have preferred the ally for a personal story, but unfortunately he wasn't one of the allies that we pulled out at the beginning of the game. Okay, so that is it for Jackie Fine. And yes, that is it for the Arkham encounter phase. Next up is the Otherworld encounter phase. And here we are in the Otherworld encounter phase in the Abyss. And we are with Leo Anderson, so we'll probably need that. And we will need a red or a blue card. Our first card is red again. Discard this card and draw again. Plateau of Leng. Oof. That looks like a bit of a laugh. That's yellow. This is blue. Oh, Abyss. The darkness here is absolute. Pass a will -1 check or lose 1 sanity. Well, that's not too bad. But let's do the will check. His will is 3. Does he get any help from anything? I don't think so. Bit of a downer. So he's going to roll 2 dice. Come on, Leo. Whoop. 1 bounced out. Oh, did that come off a 5? So he's lost the sanity, unfortunately. But he's going to use his leadership ability, and he's not even going to lose that. So we'll get rid of that. So yeah, he was going to lose a sanity there, but he's used his own leadership ability on himself, and he has prevented that. That is it for the Otherworld encounter phase. Next up is, oh yes, it's the laugh and chuckle phase. Are we ready to chuckle? Yes, we are. So let's get a card. Let's see what we're going to get. Dun dun dun. Amnesiac Professor's Memory Returns. Headline. Place 2 clue tokens in each location with an elder sign. Yes, we've got 2. Awesome. Oh, hang on, we don't do that till after the rest. Calm down, Paul. Calm down. Deep breaths. Down here. Oh, we've got to put a bloody gate at Wizard's Hill. Just to explain these sort of double gates here, it doesn't mean that you put 2 out, thankfully. What it means is you put the top one out, but if, say, you don't have the Dunwich board, then you'll put one in Independence Square. That's how they work. But we do have the Dunwich board, so we're going to get a gate opening at Wizard's Hill. So let's sort that out. So, Wizard's Hill, we need that. We need that. But that news about the 2 clue tokens, woohoo! I'm buzzing. So we need that. Wizard's Hill. Looks like Wilbur's out and about. And we get the Underworld. The only bad thing, and it's a stamina gate, so a gate of pain. So if we fail to sort of close the gate, you know, when we come out of it, we'll take a sanity hit, but a -1 gate, that's easy. We've been quite lucky actually on the gates. We haven't got any like devour gates or anything like that. They're always a laugh. But let's put this back. We'll need the monster bag as well. And we will put, martial law is declared in Innsmouth. Unfortunately, because we couldn't use Eltdown shards, it means that martial law has been declared in Innsmouth. So Tony and our friend Wilson up there are going to have some laughs. But Wilson is quite sneaky now. But Tony might have a bit of trouble getting out of town. But we'll see. Okay, we need 2 monsters. These don't count to the monster limit, remember. They are in Dunwich. So let's pick one. So we will pick both of these. A Dart Young's a gets. And the next one is, what are you? Another 2 Dart Youngs. What is going on? So a pair of Dart Youngs. Nice picking pot. Look at that. Physical resistance. Nightmarish 1, so you're guaranteed to lose a sanity. Okay, you have to pass that horror check. Look at that, you lose 3 sanity. It's got 3 toughness. It's only -1 on the combat, but you lose 3 stamina. Oh, both of them. And they are hexagons. Do we have a gate that... Oh, the Abyss. Sorry. The gate at Independence Square. Remember, one of the monster symbols is a hexagon. So we'll get rid of these. So actually, it was good picking, because we're going to get rid of both of those without even having to fight them. We won't get them as monster trophies, but who cares? So let me put them on stands, won't be a moment. I'll put them on red ones, so we know they don't count towards the Arkham monster limit. And let's put them at Wizard's Hill. So yes, we get rid of these. Brilliant. And it's quite thematic as well, because that underworld gate there, that is also a hexagon. So it's quite good that 2 hexagon monsters came out of it, I think. And they're going to go back, because we will definitely shut that gate because of Seeker of the Yellow Sign, so that's good news. Monster movement. We have we have a hexagon monster movement, but it doesn't matter where they move. Once we close the gate, they'll get sucked back. So they're yellow monsters, so they don't move, so we can ignore those. We do have a flying polyp, which will go to the sky. I don't think... Let's get this out of the way. There is nothing in the downtown streets, so has a look there, and then flies up to the sky with its friend the night gaunt. We've got another monster, haven't we? The goat spawn. That's going to move on white, and it's a fast monster. So that's going to go 1, 2. Oh, that's going to trap. That is going to trap George. But yeah, he's going to have to stay in the science building for a turn, I think, George. And just wait for Leo to come out and shut that gate and get rid of that. But look what gate has suddenly only got 2 monsters on it. Woohoo! Brilliant. And I think that is it for hexagon monsters / monsters. The leng spider even moves. So that goes 1. That was on black, wasn't it? The moon beast moves on black. That's bad. So we've had one piece of bad luck. The moon beast moving on black because it's covering South Church. I wanted to get somebody blessed. That's going to make it a problem. Unless we can hand off. What was our original plan? George Barnaby and his pentagram of blood. So we'll try and get that handed off, I think. Because we'll need to get rid of that. Any other dash monsters? I don't think so. Oh, the Night Gaunt was a dash monster. Oh, the Night Gaunt's going to attack. There is somebody in the streets. Where are they? Oh! Poor old Jim. So Jim's going to have to deal with that. But remember, he needs monster trophies. And what happens if you... I think the Night Gaunt, if you either fail the horror check or the combat check, you get chucked into a gate, don't you? So hopefully, yes, he will need to... he'll need to pass that. But he's got his inner beast. So hopefully he'll be able to do it. What else? Triangle monsters. I don't think we've got any. No. And... oh! We do have star monsters. So we get rid of the star monsters. The gate's totally unguarded. So these 2 fire vampires join the flying polyp in the sky. That's okay. Are fire vampires undead? No, they're not. Damn it. I was hoping they'd be undead because then Jim Culver could fulfill his personal story, but they're not. They're the sort of vampires that aren't undead, obviously. But we've got that ghost. If we'll get down to get rid of that ghost, and yeah, kill the Night Gaunt, then get rid of the ghost, he fulfills his personal story, doesn't he? So that's pretty cool. What a brilliant card. Brilliant. Loving it. So that's the monster movement. Clue appears at Gardener's Place. What a card! This is the chuckle phase. So that goes straight into Jackie's back pocket. Let's get that out of the supply. So she's now got 3 clues. Brilliant. Unfortunately, she hasn't got enough clues to close the gate, but we'll send somebody up there if we can. Right, so we've done that. The headline that was reading right at the beginning. Place 2 clue tokens in each location with an elder sign. So we get 4. 2 at the Black Cave, 2 at the graveyard. That is just brilliant. What a card. Okay, I'll go and get those. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pop those down. Oh, that is just amazing. Is this, or is this not, just the best Mythos card we have ever had? This is just brilliant. And look at that, a Miskatonic one. Fantastic. Yes! One good thing about having every single card in the pack is you do get a lot of headlines. I think headlines are the most common. So it does help dilute things like rumours and environment cards a little bit by having all those in the pack. But mind you, saying that, somebody will probably come on and say, well, no, actually, they worked it all out and it's the same proportion. But it seems like I'm getting more headline cards. So, fantastic. Let's get rid of that. What a pity. I'd love that card every single day of the week. Well, that has just turned things around amazingly. from having 1 clue left at the Devil's Hop Yard. We've now got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we've got that, what was it, the newspaper assignment, that could get us another 4. That's brilliant. Okay, martial laws in Innsmouth, but who cares? Yeah, who cares? We'll just have to sneak past it and get out of there. Wilson, he should be able to do it. We've really pushed his sneak up, so hopefully that will be fine. I don't think it's going to be too bad either for Tony. He has to go through Innsmouth Shore and Joe Sargent's bus station, but let's see. Hopefully he will do that. He will be able to get a bus out of town and he can go down to... Oh, that's what we haven't done. That is... It goes on here. Right, so the 3rd rift track gets a rift token. The top of the 3rd rift track. And it gets... Whoop. What is that? Is that the rope and anchor? It is the rope and anchor. So we need to get somebody to the rope and anchor, and we need to get somebody to the hall school. But that's not too bad. Kingsport isn't in too bad of a way. We've done that. No Deep One Rising track movement because we haven't had anything going a vortex or any gate be prevented by player ability or by investigator ability or by the gate seals, so that's cool. And yes, the best thing is we are shutting that abyss gate, and it's a gate that has a hexagon symbol on it. We're going to get rid of those 2 dark young that would have been real pigs to get past. And we get rid of a goat spawn, and we also get rid of, there's something else, we get rid of a flying polyp. So that is amazing. But that is really good. I've really chirped up now. I was thinking we may have some real problems, but we've had a really good turn. We even got rid of a Dunwich Horror token because we couldn't get Amid Pierce. We spent the, the enchanted crystal or whatever it was, Crystal of the Elder Things, and we even got rid of the Dunwich Horror token that we had on the board. What a fabulous turn that was. And even more, Joe, what a thematic, brilliant encounter he had. Carl Sanford tried to take that idol, he wasn't going to pay, and like Joe just said, oh, I'll hold your horses. He brings the heavies in, and Joe Diamond gives him a good shoeing. Brilliant. So what a turn. I really love turns like this, unsurprisingly, when they go my way. So that is absolutely fantastic. We haven't had an environment card, so the act doesn't go ahead. And yes, that is just a fantastic turn. So brilliant. Yes, we've got loads of clues on the board again. I think I mentioned that, so let's get off that. It's going to be a long episode, this. I think upkeep went on for ages. So that is it for turn 6, and what a turn. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks for all the views, thanks for all the subscriptions, thanks for all the likes, and thanks for all the dislikes. At least you're watching. Anybody who's gone across to Board Game Links to watch the videos over there, thank you so much. In fact, thanks to everybody for all the help and support. And as ever, if anybody's noticed any errors, I probably have made an error. When you have a swimmingly good turn like this, is normally something that I've missed or something catastrophic that has gone by the by that I'll probably have to fix. So please let me know and I will try and fix it. Yes, anybody who's gone to BGG, to like the video threads there or make a comment, thank you so much. And or give me any geek gold. Thank you, BitJam. You keep giving me a geek gold. God bless you. So thank you so much. That is it for episode 6, as I say. But I do hope you will join me for episode 7. Until then, this is me, Catweazle, signing off. Toodaloo.